backcourt, Davis, Williams, and Hood, athletic group of forwards. And for Kentucky, you take a look at it, it's Edwards, Padgett, Turner, Nazi Muhammad, and Jeff Shepard. And Tubby Smith, first year at Kentucky, replacing Rick Pitino. Spent 2 years at Georgia. And the officials today, Don Rutledge, David Dodge, and Tony Green.
And the Wildcats start man-to-man. Gus Johnson.
Pat Bradley. Landis Williams. Here's Davis.
Traps the box. They like to run a lot of high-lows. Bradley stretches the D.
Inside the Hood, had it stripped away, knocked out of bounds. And it's last touch by Arkansas.
What a great play by Allen Edwards, down digging.
So Kentucky coming into this game 15-2, ranked 6th in the country, 4-0 in the SEC. And they're coming off a 91-70 win on Tuesday over South Carolina right here at Rupp.
And Arkansas, scrappy, feisty defense, good hustle. They switched inside. A lot of bumping and screening by Kentucky. But anytime the ball goes inside, you're going to get some assistance. Edwards leaves his man totally. They get good support and rotation from the rear.
So Allen Edwards inbounding the ball for the Wildcats.
And Nazi's going to get a lot of touches. Should be able to dominate down on the box. Really stepped up his game.
Here's Turner, wide open look. And the rebound to Shepard. Edwards wheeling to the basket and a whistle and foul inside.
How about the poise with the bounce there, Gus? A lot of guys would have picked it up, hesitated, kept it alive. He has stepped up his game as well.
Allen Edwards has 2 brothers. One, Doug, plays for the Vancouver Grizzlies. His other brother, Stevie, played for Leonard Hamilton at Miami. Shepard off the dribble. Extra pass, Padgett.
Unselfish, huh? Knocked down. And what Padgett does, not only does he shoot well outside, but he's another handler on the floor.
Arkansas 14-2, 3-0 in the SEC West, tied with Ole Miss.
One way of diffusing that D is go over to the top.
Here's Hood, steps out. And Padgett with the rebound.
Early offense, oh, you got to come up on him. Nice pump fake by Padgett. You notice Padgett, no beard.
Edwards. And a whistle and foul inside offensive against Allen Edwards. Yeah, you're right. Scott Padgett, he shaved off the goatee.
Well, a little extra pass. A little of the Red Holzman School of Basketball with the old Knicks. Around the horn and the knockdown, and you can see no beard. After they played poorly against Louisville, Tubby was a little upset. And they straighten out.
No hair, no facial hair, as Tubby said. Kareem Reed out of the Bronx, lobbed it inside, knocked away, picked up by Turner. Wildcats on the run. Turner slashing to the bucket, and he can't lay it down, but is fouled.
I got a chance to talk to Wayne before the game. I said, you're getting into that lane quickly. He said, I could always do that. He said, it's my shot I'm worried about. There's the facial hair missing, and they got organized. Ohio, they started playing. They had a big rebounding game against Vandy. I think they had 30 offensive rebounds, and Scott Padgett was asked, did it make him quicker? He said, yes, it did. And today I said, did your girlfriend like it? He said, not so much. So I would think in April that thing will be back on.
So Wayne Turner, a junior from Boston, a career 55% free throw shooter, but Billy, he's really changed his form at the line.
He's done a nice job getting the elbow in, staying with the shot. You make those to set up the pressure. They more man-to-man than when Rick Pitino was there. They will trap once they get by the timeline.
Kentucky leading it 4-0.
Look at that recovery by Padgett.
Here's Reed off the dribble. As tied up, and a foul called against Wayne Turner. He can't believe it.
Well, what's going to happen is Kareem's going to have to take a jumper. He has not been able to get in the lane. His whole game is penetrate, drive, draw, and dish. Now, Padgett comes all the way from the other side, and now the Edwards recovery outside. Now, look at this containment now. You can't get in there. That takes away a lot of grit. I think that was all basketball.
So Kareem Reed, a 71% free throw shooter, at 25 points against Florida. As the Razorbacks picked up their 6th straight win. Got his own rebound and kissed it in.
St. Raymond's not down and dirty, getting up for it. Both teams very similar. They get after you. Years ago, Nolan used to call it 40 minutes of hell.
Magic popping out on the wing, guarded by Derek Hood. Three very athletic forwards for Arkansas. Edwards. Mazi Muhammad inside, and it rattles down.
And Williams had a chance to grab that. Landis didn't get it all.
Arkansas trying to beat Kentucky down the floor.
Don't put your head down, Gus. We'll miss half of it, huh?
Bradley. Here's Nicky Davis. 17 to shoot. Bradley off the run.
That's where he's improved, that ability to use the bounce. Don't give him an open look.
Here he is inside, dealt it off to Williams, and a travel.
Tell you, they are aggressive. They're getting out on the shooter. They're recognizing Bradley when he's deep, force him to put it on the floor. Collectively, excellent man-to-man by Tubby's guys.
Third turnover for Arkansas. They come into this game averaging 17. 16:46 to go. Kentucky with the 6-3 lead. Turner, rise and fire.
Ooh, and a rotation on that shot. Much more confident. The big push to Davis.
Davis posting up, wheels to the basket. Came up short, but the rebound and follow is good by Williams.
One thing about this team, in the open floor, they may not finish initially, but they chase down anything that's loose.
Scott Badgett. Outlet pass to Kareem Reed, running the floor, pull-up jump shot.
Nice screen off. Both teams do the little things.
Quick pace already, and this is what we expected. But a traveling violation called against Allen Edwards on the baseline. .58 to go in the first half of play. Kentucky leading Arkansas 9-5. Now don't forget, we've got a full schedule of college basketball coming up on CBS Sports tomorrow. All of you will see the national game, Purdue and Indiana in Bloomington, followed by Cincinnati, Louisville, and West Virginia and Villanova. Some of you will see those two games. The other games, New Mexico and Arizona, Iowa, Minnesota, and South Carolina and Georgia out of the SEC. Gus Johnson, Bill Raftery with you from Rupp Arena in Lexington. And when these two teams have played each other, Billy, over the past 5 years, fireworks have come out.
Both coaches very similar in their personalities, fiery. I think their practices are more difficult than the games. You look at the difficult, at least for Arkansas, is when they do push the basketball, guys, they're going to have to make shots because Kentucky is very alert in reacting to misses. Counter-wise, I think Kentucky's a little more efficient in their half-court offense, which could be the difference in this game.
For Arkansas, they're coming off that 89-84 win over Florida. They forced 28 turnovers in that game, and Florida, Willie Donovan's team, losing today at home to LSU.
LSU gave Arkansas a tough game up in Fayetteville. I got to know Nolan his first year as a head coach at Arkansas. USC came in with Gathers and Gimbel and beat him. And I'm saying, well, this is going to be interesting to see how this man progresses. He had been a high school coach in Texas. And actually, in Mexico was his first job, and the landmass switched, and he went from a slow-down coach to a quick coach when the school became annexed to the United States. And all of a sudden, he got away from the slow basketball and the good sound half-court defense to challenge in every pass and every shot.
Nolan Richardson won the national championship in '94. He's got an NIT championship, a junior college championship. So he's won at every level possible.
And he told both of us he loves this team. Something about it that energizes him.
9-5, Kentucky leading Arkansas. Hashimu Evans in the game for the Wildcats. Transfer from Manhattan, wears number 14. Williams. Bradley from downtown.
You can't give him a second. Shepard had been on him that time. Turner, he's got to get up and under.
Bradley, the junior from Everett, Massachusetts, led the Razorbacks in scoring last year with 14 points per game.
And Shepard's been shooting pretty good, too. That's the difference in this Kentucky team. They make him a different look.
Here's Reed, crossover dribble, and a whistle and foul on the floor.
Woolworth's basement, Gus. Nickel dimer. Let the guys go at it. Once again, the ability to get in that lane negated. That's something Kentucky worked on yesterday as the coach's son comes in, and he is not only the son, but a heck of a basketball
Dynamite.
player.
Freshman Saul Smith, second foul called on Wayne Turner for Kentucky.
Didn't catch it, fair play.
Fans not understanding the rule, you can't go into the backcourt to receive in college basketball. Ashimu Evans with the rebound, head of steam, down the lane, off the glass, and a whistle.
Well,
and
that was for Mom. Oh, in the open floor, he has shown in prior games extraordinary speed. And before the game, he said that he feels more comfortable now. Coming from Manhattan down, getting some time, explosive performer.
Ashimu Evans, a junior from the Bronx. Ashimu is Swahili for strong black warrior. And he has had a strong game over the past 5, Billy, averaging 10 points.
And there's the mom, Eleanor. Jahada, his sister, is down. What did he say about, or the mom say about the cooking yesterday?
Well, we asked her, we said, hey, you know, your son's playing so well, it must be that good home cooking from the Bronx. She says, no, I can't cook, it's the auntie.
That's right. I said, you should meet my wife, I told her. You have a lot in common. He is an aggressive performer, fits into the scheme now for Tubby.
This is second free throw, and
another one.
Another lane violation against Arkansas.
Well, I don't know if this is good news or bad news for Evans. Ashimu, you got to relax and don't be as aggressive with the delivery.
And he finally got it to roll. Shoots 74% on the season.
And here's that little half court. This is a tougher defense, I think. This gets it going. Let's see if they trap out of it. No.
Broken easily by the little point guard out of the Bronx, Kareem Reed.
And that's a flat 3-2. You see Evans on the point now. He's got to play the long jumper, and that foul line's going to be open. They can get it to Nick in there for their high-low.
Bradley starts on the other side. Bradley from the parking lot off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Padgett. Saul Smith, jump stop. And Kareem Reed hustles it down.
Gonna have to move the basketball. Time the cuts.
We'd like to welcome all of you that have been watching the Georgetown, Connecticut game here in Lexington, Kentucky. The Wildcats and the Razorbacks, and Kentucky leading it 11-10. One of the hottest rivalries in the SEC. Kentucky, though, they've won the last 4. Backdoor, here's Jamal McGlure, and the Canadian with the roller off the glass.
And Evans pointing at his mother because he made a great little dish. Maybe she's not good with the dishes, but he is.
Wildcats leading it by 3. $23,000 plus here at Rupp Arena. Reed. Loose ball picked up by Williams, but stolen away by Smith. And he has his pocket picked by Hood. Bounce past Williams. Crowd wanted to travel. Nicky Davis with the rejection. And it's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Razorbacks.
Great hustle. Padgett slapped it off, and at the other end, the extra pass. Both these teams are unselfish. McGlure, a guy that has to continue to progress, I think. He could be a factor. To see Evans pointing to the family. And right now, Kentucky is all in the family as they're passing to one another.
Checks in for Jeff Shepard and Nazim Mohammed.
So substitutions coming into the game. As Jamal McGlure takes a seat, Nazim Mohammed back in, along with Cameron Mills for Kentucky, Saul Smith, Ashimu Evans, and Padgett on the floor.
Did you see Smith cut for that basketball? He sprinted. Nice hands here by Bradley.
Bradley pulls up. And Padgett with the rebound.
And just an all-out effort to get back and contribute with the rebound.
Cameron Mills, ball fake, freed himself off the side of the rim. And Davis with the board.
And notice the balance, Gus. Everybody back identifying.
Rick Wallace, senior from Richmond, Virginia, junior college transfer.
Catcher right now back to man-to-man.
Chris Walker also in the game, a sophomore from Pine Bluff.
There's a little shuffle cut by Bradley to a pick and roll. And a duck in.
Bradley popping out, double teamed up top. Sunday Adebayo, and a whistle and foul.
Sunday, a little aggressive performer in the box, but right here you can see the ability, the hands up, making sure you're defending, helping your partner as Bradley now takes the shot. But you make a mistake, you don't bury your head, you get back and contribute. Real solid effort.
And Sunday Adebayo, his return to Arkansas, just amazing. His junior year, the NCAA raised question about his certification, and the date he began practice was held out of practice, but never returned to the team. He left, transferred to Memphis, where he led the team in rebounding and second in scoring. Then, at the end of last year, which he thought was his senior year, Arkansas petitioned the NCAA once again to reinstate him here at Arkansas, and they did it.
He played against Memphis, then he went to Memphis and played against Arkansas, then he came to Arkansas and played against Memphis. And the one thing that was in his behalf, he had passed 79 of 82 classes. And the NCAA took that into consideration. He's getting a chance. He was on a plane to go to Italy, too, when he found out and decided to stay.
Shimu Evans, lefty jump shot off the front of the rim. Tipped in, though, by Nazir Muhammad.
To the mountain, Nazir.
The junior from Chicago, Illinois. And Kentucky leads Arkansas 15-12. 11:38 to go in the first half. Knocked away by Evans.
Just cover, Gus.
Here's Saul Smith. Kicks it out, Padgett. Picked up, Evans. And a new shot clock for Kentucky.
And this is what Saul does for this team. I think he settles, gets them organized, yet can step up and make threes.
Neither team shooting well. Kentucky 4 of 11. Arkansas 4 of 14 from the field.
Just little 2-3. They really attack and they'll trap below the foul line on this. There's the trap. Good cross-court kick.
Mills. And the rebound goes to Bradley. Wallace. And a foul as he sliced to the basket. Saul Smith. He is the son of Tubby Smith, the head coach at Kentucky, picking up the foul.
What an emotional night. They went down to Georgia for the family. We talked to some people here. Gigi, the point guard at Georgia. Big decision for a family. Gigi decided he had a lot of friends at Georgia, stayed there. And the first play of that game, not first play of the game, when Saul went in the game, he was guarding his brother.
Gigi, his brother. Saul, who is getting a lot of minutes, and right now in the SEC, one of the best three-point shooters, 6 of 7 from the field in the SEC so far.
And Saul said to Gigi when they were late 8th grade first, what do you want to play in high school? He's 2 years older. He said, I want to play point. He said, no, you're the two guard. I'm going to be the point.
Little sibling rivalry. 10:56 to go. Kentucky by 1.
CBS Sports coverage of the road to the Final Four is sponsored by Hertz. For business, for pleasure, nobody does it exactly like Hertz. Old Spice high-endurance deodorant for long-lasting odor protection. Now you've got proof, not promises. And by Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
10:56 to go in the first half of play, and Kentucky leads Arkansas by 1. And Rav, here at Kentucky, there's one team that's won more national championships at the university than the basketball team.
And that's the cheerleading group.
Exactly. The UK cheerleaders won their 4th consecutive national championship. A week ago in Orlando, they've got 8 total. The basketball team is 6.
Captain Heath Mason and Coach Salim Habash. Congratulations, guys and gals.
The full court pressure by the Razorbacks. Evans up the sideline.
He steps and the press work. Didn't establish the pivot foot. I mean, they gnaw away at you. I don't think Arkansas has really played well offensively, but they're there. Kentucky had a little trouble that trip. You may see a little more pressure fronting the inbound passes.
Both teams with 5 turnovers. To begin this one, Brandon Davis in the game along with Walker Adebayo. Wallace and Hood for Arkansas, and another turnover inside as Sunday shuffled his feet.
You notice with Bradley out of the game, they went 2-3 zone right away, backed it off, challenged the shooters. Tough to drive against the 3 backline guys. You better be in shape to play for either of these programs. Relentless, get after you.
Shepard in the corner.
Well, they've had some good looks. Big time, huh?
Great rebound by Padgett. Left Shepard, hops inside, and he's fouled.
Well, if you're going to miss shots and you can get guys in position to elevate. Oh, is that impressive? A guy that contributes frequently, Scott Padgett, look at that. Unbelievable snatch.
6 rebounds for Padgett already. And Jeff Shepard, senior from Peachtree, Georgia, coming off a 16-point outing against South Carolina. And Rick Pitino redshirted him last year because they were 2-guard rich, and it's actually helped Shepard.
And the one thing about him, it's taken him a little bit of a while to get his pace according to the people in the program. But right now, lighten it up with that jumper.
2-point lead for UK. Here's Davis. And Muhammad with the rebound.
We got the man-to-man going now. Let's just see if they get some bumps and screens. They're very active, and they step to the ball, Kentucky.
Edwards around the corner, got the step and a reach-in foul against Arkansas.
Sunday with the foul on a Saturday, not those types you like to have.
I was waiting for that. I was wondering how long it was going to take to do that. So far, Arkansas, only 4 field goals made and 6 turnovers.
Always plays within himself, Patrick. Always do what you can do.
Touch pass, Muhammad, turnaround baseline jump shot. And this young man has great touch around the basket.
Well, he's an example for all of us. Shedding some weight, rounded into condition. Now he's got some feel on the offensive end.
Nazir Muhammad came to Kentucky at 303 as Hood answers. He now weighs 240. 18-16. Here's Padgett.
Just moved a little bit on the jumper. Long rebound's important in this game. A lot of threes generally taken.
Hesitation. Saul Smith, and the tip in by Muhammad.
While he's in the right spot, slipping, and nobody's containing.
Nazir Muhammad with 8 points. Kentucky by 4. Wallace got it.
That helped too. A lot of move in the zone. Saul Smith hustling all over, playing other positions.
Rick Wallace, New York City native.
Just a little too wide by Edwards. Nazir had a block.
Hood beat everybody down the floor. Almost traveled. Davis.
Good save.
And it's tipped back out and out of bounds. Last touch by the Razorbacks.
And Nolan said to Hood, why don't you shoot this? But Nazir keeping active. The ability to make shots so important. Look at this TAJ. Nothing but nylon. And then sliding into position for a counter. The shot doesn't go. You're big guy. You don't see anybody putting the body containing. And Nazir up big time. Maybe a little over penetration here by Saul as he gets up and tough. I think he was looking for a bailout pass. And Nazir up amongst the big people.
2019 Kentucky.
Bradley, a freshman who can perform too, learning, coming along for Kentucky, number 33. Nice try.
Get it to Bradley. One dribble inside, leaned in.
How about that for confidence? That turn, it was wide open. Took it to the tip.
And Kentucky up 22-19, 8:02 to go here in the first half.
Because these kids have played AAU all their life. They've got hundreds of games before they were freshmen.
Reverses it, Wallace. And it's picked up inside Muhammad.
Tubby was up with the hands. No, don't throw it. Here's
Bradley, nice catch inside, and he's fouled.
handling pressure. It's going to come at you in a relentless fashion. You're going to get shots. Arkansas hustles, and occasionally in that hustle does get out of position.
So Michael Bradley at the free throw line, the freshman 6'10" from Worcester, Massachusetts. Boston College and UMass, all those schools in New England wanted him, but he wanted to come down and play at Kentucky with Rick Pitino. And Coach Pitino wouldn't be too happy with an air ball at the free throw line.
He'd be running sprints in the morning on that one. He'd be up at 6 bells.
But he is a freshman.
Now, this is truly a great story. Tubby started here. Sam Newton was talking about he remembered him fondly when he was an assistant to Rick. And it all came full tilt back.
Missed a pair, but it's tipped out, and the rebound goes to Edwards. Out of bounds, will stay right here. 7:30 to go in the first half of play. 22-19 Kentucky.
And would go to Algeria, where terrorists will cut your throat for no apparent reason. What reporter? Christian Amanpour. 60 Minutes, Sunday.
Freshman Ron Mercer came off the bench, scored 20 points as Kentucky won their 6th national championship over Syracuse in 1996, 76-67. Rick Pitino was the king of Lexington after that one. And here in Rupp Arena, there are the national championship banners, 6 national championships, 3 runner-up banners up there. And when it comes to basketball in the 90s, only Kansas better. But Arkansas also in the top 4. Nolan Richardson's team, 227 wins.
The cream of the crop, and a nice step in by Reed.
And Kareem Reed all the way to the basket in the lay-in. And Arkansas cuts Kentucky's lead to 1.
Of course, the press right away, fronting the passer, or the inbound man. What an asset having Padgett out there. He can handle. And Mills got to be careful.
And Kareem Reed reaching in from behind.
Well, you got to be. Anytime you have it over your head, everybody knows where it's going. It's a difficult spot to bring the ball in. You can see Shepard not able to control it as Reed with an extraordinary read.
Only a junior, Kareem Reed, as Nolan Richardson told us, he is the straw that stirs the drink at Arkansas.
Well, you must be a Met fan, huh? They used to say that about. They used to say it about Strawberry, did they?
No, Reggie Jackson.
I know, Mr. October. Mills sick the last couple of days, and before the game I asked him, how do you feel? He said, terrible. And the reason I'm playing is, I said, you know, sometimes you play real well. He said, I had a great game in high school, not feeling well. So I wanted to tee it up.
Suffering from the flu. Left him out of practice yesterday. 24-21 Kentucky, 7 minutes to go here in the first half.
A lot of coverage outside.
It's a zone again by the Wildcats. Flat-footed jump shot, though, by Reed is good, and that's what he's been improving on.
Well, he applauded himself because I think psychologically he needs a little boost.
8 points for the little guy out of the Bronx.
And they may be able to rebound with Reed in the back of this zone. Or at least elevate for a jumper if they get somebody flat. It's Edwards. He should get a good look.
Shepard in and out. Picked up by Reed.
He makes a break.
Pushing, bounce pass, and a good bucket by Williams as he finished off the break.
And Reed made the break. And look at the step in, causes the walk. I think he walked before. He can really shake you up. Good understanding, Nola with some pace, but he made that break with the push, the power dribble, and then the finish at the end. Almost created a turnover.
Kareem Reed, 2 fouls. He's really doing a good job offensively so far. 8 points. Comes into this game averaging 12. Shepard at the line. And the first goes.
Not pressing as much, we noted earlier. And they don't trap as much. Padgett generally plays the inbound man.
And the second free throw for Shepard also good. And Nazi Muhammad takes a seat. Hashimu Evans back into the game for Kentucky. 6:17 to go in the first half. We're tied at 26.
And they could use some help from Davis. He hasn't really had a lot of touches.
Williams. Skip pass. Wallace.
taking shots that are tippable. He didn't have a soft enough touch. Davis had the inside rebounding position.
And a timeout called by Kentucky. Shepard got caught, coach, in no man's land. That 5-second call was on the way.
Now, both clubs are capable of doing that to you. Harassing the pass, denying the next logical one.
Tied at 26, 5:57 to go. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow, great Big Ten matchup. Two powerful coaches in the conference, Gene Cady and Bobby Knight. Purdue against Indiana. And others will see Cincinnati, Louisville, and West Virginia and Villanova after that national game. Also tomorrow, New Mexico, Arizona, Iowa, Minnesota, and South Carolina, Georgia. 10 games on CBS this weekend.
Some great encounters, too. Oh, high-profile games, and that Big Ten starting to heat up. Michigan State with a wonderful win today. I think they were down 16-0. They ended up winning Illinois. And Shepard on the line there. The trap work. Not a flow yet to either team.
And Kentucky coming into this game, they only turn it over 15 times per contest, and they've turned it over 8 already in the first half. And we still have 5:42 to go. Williams, and he got the bounce.
How about the catch? That had a little steam on it. Good concentration.
Arkansas on top of Kentucky by 2, and Nolan Richardson, he's lost 4 straight games to the Wildcats, and that does not make him feel too good. He was very adamant about that in the papers this week. And another foul inside.
I think maybe 3 seconds or a walk. Oh my goodness, that was going to be a nice little play.
9 turnovers for Kentucky. Here's Wallace, gets it out.
You notice Davis not getting the opportunity to feel it too much. Padgett doing a wonderful job.
Lobbed inside, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Kentucky.
And not a good play either, as Chris Walker took his man right into the play. Little slip to the basket. He ran baseline, brought some problems into the area.
Walker inbounded. Bradley guarded by the taller Hashimu Evans. 11 on the shot clock. Williams penetrating. Davis.
That's a little bit distant. Evans 0 for 2 from 3. And a little closer to the 10.
Evans had it blocked, and jump ball coming up.
Great call. And that's his game. I mean, he stays on the floor and does not leave until you commit. And this is a terrific basketball player. We have not seen his offense yet, but just look at defensive positioning. He's worked hard to put weights on. He works 4 days a week in the weight room. During the season, put on about 20. He's got room for another 20 guys. Bring him to dinner.
Nicky Davis, a New York native. Family moved to Columbia, South Carolina, and Don Decker, the strength coach, as Shepard missed the free throw, has really been instrumental in bulking him up a bit.
He had 23 rebounds against Jackson State. They hugged one another. He was thanking the coach. And they got him low. Tough look.
Inside, Davis knocked away from the weak side by Allen Edwards.
Boy, did they read things. Kentucky, a nice help side understanding.
Jamal McGlure back into the game, and Scott Padgett takes a seat. In 32 years here at Rupp Arena, Kentucky, they've lost only 22 games. They're one of the toughest places to play in college basketball. Feed the post, Adebayo. Triple team, knocked out of bounds, and he steps on the line.
They got to make quick decisions when you turn against the Cats. Nothing there, kick it out. Just a wonderful understanding how to get you deep enough. You've got no shot, you're behind the glass. I mean, that's a poor shot. You throw it up from under there.
Full court pressure, trapping in the corners by Arkansas.
Good post.
Evans.
Not smooth, but effective.
And we're tied at 28. Wallace crossover. Bradley slows things up.
He drags everybody out, though, Gus. Little pop back gives him a look.
Wide open Bradley. Off the back rim, offensive rebound out of Bio. Bradley again. Got it.
Now that's stolen original basketball. Do you recall yesterday? I want our guys, if somebody's hot or a good shooter, get it to him, ride him. Go down with him.
And Pat Bradley with 6 points, both threes. 3:16 to go. Arkansas 31-28.
This side pick and roll.
Edwards, dribble penetration, left hand, and he banked it up and in.
An evasive maneuver. You can't give room to let the guy slip through like that.
High pick and roll, Walker off the dribble. All loose inside, and Walker got his own rebound. Wallace, another offensive rebound by Walker.
Well, the advantage is for the shooting team on the long ones.
Baseline jump shot, good.
Good challenge. Neither team has hit their stride yet. You get that feeling?
Timeout on the floor.
And Tariq Wallace makes it a 33-30 game, 2:36 to go in the first half. The Rupp Arena, the game summary, both teams shooting the ball poorly, 39% for Arkansas, 40 for Kentucky, and Nazi Muhammad with 8 points on 4 of 5 shooting.
The big thing is handling the pressure. You're going to get a little post and then the fill and a little fumble at the end, but this is just great understanding how to diffuse pressure. And Hashimu, a little struggle there, but ends up converting. Big thing, we had Bradley popping out for a jumper, didn't make it. Look at the recognition, the kickback and the knockdown. They shoot 35%, they're 4 for 12. And Kentucky 1 for 9, and they shoot 36% from 3. So a little struggle by the Wildcats. Nice little shooting right now, deep by Arkansas.
And Bill, they say pressing teams do not like to be pressed. Kentucky turns it over again, 10 turnovers in the first half.
Now they're usually the aggressor every game, that's why. They usually lay back.
Bradley popping out. Feeds the post, got it back, pump fake, wide open.
Ooh, and how about the creating of a passing lane? Just great understanding by Bradley.
36-30, 9 points for Pat Bradley, all coming from downtown. 2 minutes to go. Hashimu Evans kicked it out, lost it, knocked out of bounds. We'll stay right here.
Well, the understanding of creating a passing lane. The defense turns to help. Bradley steps, spaces, pumps, knocks it down. That's just simple basketball. Nice understanding.
Scott Padgett back into the game for Kentucky. Here's Evans, 15-footer, and it rattled down.
He's starting to grab minutes, guys. Starting to feel good, comfortable, pushing the ball with authority.
Got 6 points. And a 4-point lead for the Hogs. Nicky Davis again in the corner, and this time a little out of his range, but he hit it.
60 for the year, but a lot of them are around the rim. I think he can space out for the 15.
Shepard down the baseline, takes off, and kissed it in.
No help and a nice square up.
He's got 5. 1:12 to go in the first half. Both teams shooting a little better. Bradley leaning in, had it rejected, but count the basket.
Now he's improved his game. He dribbles better. He keeps it alive, has a better understanding of what to do in traffic. Played for Luke Conasec on the touring team over in Japan, and he had some funny comments saying that he loved his cool old stories about Johnny, the ice pick man. Louis with some mob stories for him.
And it's taken away once again. Arkansas causing all kinds of chaos for Kentucky.
Now they're saying that was a deflection.
11 turnovers for the Wildcats and a timeout called by Arkansas, 20 seconds. Now don't forget, coming up at halftime, Michelle Tafoya in New York with scores and highlights from college basketball all around the country. Surprised at the score of this game?
The lowness? Oh, you think it's low?
No, just in terms of Arkansas doing so well and causing so many Kentucky turnovers?
I think it stems from Nolan and the confidence. They go at it one another. You saw him smile early this morning about how tough the practices are. I think the reason they're a tough out is they play so many people, and he has confidence. He's trying to figure out who to play. Chris Walker's done some nice things, penetrating, has a nice feel for the game. I mean, they go to Davis, it's back up at the point. They really have a deep, confident group.
And here at Arkansas, and everywhere he's gone, Nolan Richardson has won 9 NCAA tournament appearances, championship in '94, and 3 Final Fours. Great credentials.
Burst on the scene with Paul Pressey in that group in the NIT. Tariq Wallace in the game the last few minutes has been solid as well with some penetration. Little step and go offense here.
10 on the shot clock. Four to shoot. Wallace pulls up. And Muhammad with the rebound to Evans. One-on-one with Bradley. Evans. And he banked it in.
With the kids. Hashimu, the open floor. I mean, he is fearless.
Arkansas by 4. Bradley around the corner, and he traveled.
Trying to create. I think they're going to have to get some touches inside, loosen them up. Got to value the ball here.
Saul Smith, 5 to shoot. Right hand finger roll, but an offensive foul called against the freshman.
I don't like it at all. He slid to the right. The defender slid to his left. That should have been a score and go. Now they're going to keep everybody happy. Watch this now, guys. See if you agree with me. Look at him sliding and see the step. You can't do that. Good penetration. And defensively, the wise thing to do. Tubby jacked it off, excitable, and now he's saying, why are you giving him the deuce? Come on. I'm friendly with Tubby, but don't give it to him.
And Wallace, and that is the end of the first half. Arkansas leads Kentucky 40-38 here at Rupp Arena. Coming up, CBS News will have a report on President Clinton's deposition today in the Paula Jones case. Plus, Michelle Tafoya in the studio with scores and highlights. Arkansas pressure causing Kentucky all kinds of problems. They turned it over 11 times, and without Wayne Turner, Kentucky struggled a little bit holding on to the basketball.
They did. They rushed things, too. They forced the basketball up the floor, had some walks, and a charge late in the half. So some difficulty occurred. Nolan wasn't real happy. Here's the ability to slide across as Saul gets in. I think defensively, although in good position, you'll see the movement. He could have either passed it. You see the step under, and that's what got Tubby a little upset. They gave the goal, and Nolan not happy.
Sorry. Sit there and waited for it to run over.
And every good assistant takes care of the, as Mike Anderson cleans up the jacket.
And the statistics in the first half of play, Kentucky 36% from the three-point line on the season, 1 of 9, Ralph.
And how about the struggle with the fast breaks, too? No points, not taking advantage. You would like to think defense, but I don't think they've settled down.
So we begin the second half of play. Kareem Reed at the point. Wayne Turner, who has 2, starts the second half. And Arkansas with Hood, Bradley, Nicky Davis, and Williams. And the shooting in the first. And a turnover by Arkansas.
And Turner with those 2, they missed his penetration and control. Nice little play on the inbound save.
Here's Edwards.
Ooh, you would have had that one up. Oh, what a good look for Shepard.
Turner.
Pick and slide.
Here's Padgett. Could not find anybody to pass it to as he left his feet, and as he walks up the court, he says, hey, my bad. I know I made a mistake.
Well, the big thing is he's wide open in the lane. He's shocked. Look at nobody playing him.
Pat Bradley, 11 points in the first half of play, had 3 threes for Arkansas.
Davis not able to establish in low to use them.
Back side, 15 on the shot clock. Reed penetrating, the kick out to Davis, and that shot put jump shot goes for him again.
Nice fade too, though. He created a passing lane, penetration and kick. Reed.
42-38. The Razorbacks lead it. Opening moments of the second half of play from Rupp Arena. And a reach-in foul called against Landis Williams.
Number 2 on. Nola was pretty calm going off there at halftime, though, huh? Good self-control. Had to feel good about the score. I think they'd love to step it up a little.
Wayne Turner.
This is what they could have done the first half. They get it down. Reed unable to convert on Reed.
And Padgett is whacked inside and steps to the line.
They ran that little zone, and you're going to see the little guy down in the corner. Right here, they just take advantage, and he can elevate. That's one confident builder, and you've got to knock that one down. Scott maybe shocked twice now with the open opportunities.
Scott Padgett, the best free throw shooter on the Kentucky team. 29 of 32, 90% coming into this game. He missed his first and got the second. Full court pressure now by Kentucky, baseline to baseline.
And see what they do, because they sniff around as they backpedal. Guy on the ball, and everybody else looking to help. If it's a perfect trap, they'll take it. Good show by Mohammed.
Reed, great point guards, keep their dribbles alive. Bradley off the front of the rim.
Good give.
Here's Turner all alone, and he jams it.
Wow, Shepard, blue plate special. Oh.
Kentucky cuts the Arkansas lead to 1, 42-41. And the fans trying to get back into this game. Derek Hood, Bradley, baseline pull up, and great touch by the junior from Massachusetts.
And what happened there's Turner left his guy, didn't need a help.
Shepard crosses over, dumped it down. Muhammad had it blocked, got it back, and a whistle and foul on the baseline.
Well, getting out and run a little bit, the ability to get it down the floor and fill the lane. Gorgeous delivery, and if you take one more bounce, this lane is shut. See that? Gorgeous delivery. And Turner up a step. Nice elevation.
And Landis Williams commits his 4th foul. He takes a seat and is replaced by Sunday Adebayo. Pretty good substitute for Nolan Richardson. Before Adebayo left the Arkansas program, he was their leading rebounder and one of their best overall players.
And again, physically, a guy that can be imposing too. And Nolan feels he's really just starting to feel comfortable. Came back in the Memphis game, played pretty well. The big thing with Arkansas that jumped out at me, the weight and lack of size. Over the years, think of the people he's surrounded himself with. Just Corliss Williamson, the physique and presence of that individual.
Guys like Oliver Miller also.
Well, he sort of upped the pizza take in town when he was there, but they were tough, played hard just like these guys, but had the bodies.
3-point lead for the Hogs. Inside, great catch. Adebayo goes the other way, had it blocked by Edwards. But Edwards, trying to keep the ball in bounds, steps on the baseline.
Now, you talk about being unselfish on offense. They're unselfish on defense. Great effort by Edwards helping out.
Very good.
Padgett's caught if they use him.
And the crowd really quiet here at Rupp Arena. Reed, Hood on the block.
Nice job. They took advantage of Shepard down there. Nice read by Reed. He can elevate and convert, as Hood did.
A sophomore from Kansas City makes it a 46-41 game. Muhammad blocked again, and a whistle and foul on the baseline.
Derek Hood, his second.
For Kentucky, it's
Nazi has a nice habit of getting that body and nudging you under the rim a little bit so he can get some rebounding space. Playing with that wrist, we feel it's not a problem, just taped up, become a little bit of a habit.
Nazi Muhammad missed his last 2 free throws and now has 9 points. And Ashimu Evans, who led the Wildcats in scoring in the first half of play with 8 points. Back in the game. And the second is good.
Here's the first time they put the man on the inbound. They get a perfect trap.
Adebayo, a travel.
Nice job by Evans. Boy, they covered it. They saved it. They have not done that press. Nolan's guys, they got comfortable against the man-to-man. Good read and understanding.
9 turnovers by Arkansas. Here's Turner. And he travels.
The ability, you can see the big guy on the ball. That's the first thing. Then denial across the front. The ability to step in at half court. Evans, sensational in that area. Doesn't quite get there, but you can see causes the walk.
And another turnover. Really sloppy play by both teams right now. As the turnovers continue to mount. That one almost given away, and it is by Kentucky. Pushed ahead. Hood tracks it down on the baseline and got a timeout before he fell out of bounds.
That's one play. You wish the guard was there. We would have gotten it and scored, but a heads-up play by the big guy. Oh, is that terrific? And we've got one Arkansas player down. And they're the form of basketball as Reed gets off just a great effort, getting down and dirty.
1994, the greatest effort ever by the Razorbacks basketball program in Charlotte, Duke, and Arkansas. The 1994 national championship. Scotty Thurman hit this three-pointer as the clock was expiring in the final minute to ensure the victory. Nolan Richardson led Arkansas to their only basketball championship, 76-72.
His lecture this morning to both of us was outstanding. The state of basketball and kids thinking NBA in grade school and not doing the things to become good students and get through and being nice people. There's a lot of good guys at the helm in college basketball and think good things for their players. Or want good things, I should say.
Very good. Beating Adebayo, double team. Skip pass, almost broken up by Turner.
You're going to get right up on him, Shepard knows. Magic with the front on the box. They're making it tough to get an entry pass low.
In the corner, Bradley again off the back rim. And Evans had it taken away by Adebayo, and a new 35 for the Hogs.
Now their press begins as soon as you get the basketball. You've got to be alert.
16 Kentucky turnovers. They average 15.
Nice hands.
Reed trying to create, had it blocked, and commits the foul.
A little frustrated there, and that's that little jukey dribble that Nolan isn't fond of. Tubby applaud the defense, and they do a great job at that end of the game.
So Kareem Reed with 3 fouls. 15:30 to go in the second half of play. 3-point ball game. With the conclusion of today's game, we'll select the genuine Chevrolet Most Valuable Player of the game from each team. To date, Chevrolet has contributed almost $6.5 million to the scholarship funds of America's colleges and universities. And Tubby Smith, right now, his team down by 3, but what a job he's done this season off to his personal best record ever at 15-2. And everywhere he's gone, he's won Tulsa, Georgia, 3 Sweet 16 teams in the last 4 years.
How good has Tulsa been to coaching? Nolan, Steve Robinson of Florida State, and Tubby. A great choice by C.M. Newton.
And Padgett had it blocked inside. 46-43, approaching the 15-minute mark of the second half. Arkansas trying to snap a 4-game losing streak to Kentucky. Hood baseline pull-up. It's an air ball picked up inside by Nazir Muhammad.
You can see they want some points inside. Just to soften it up.
Turner.
Whew. How about not charging? Pulling up. As Davis awaited.
Hey, Turner explosive off the dribble. He has 9 points. Only played about 5 minutes in the first half after picking up 2 fouls.
And Wallace in. Going to run some offense outside.
Here's Davis. Quick release. And a weak side rebound to Shepard. Shepard.
Nice kick.
Hashimu, lefty jump shot. And Hood with the board. Both teams looking to run now. Bradley had it blocked from behind by Padgett. Great play. Here's Evans.
Fruitless, but pretty. You know what it is? It's very good, solid basketball. Great block by Padgett. Started that fast break, unable to convert.
Kareem Reed slows things down. Arkansas by 1.
The side pick and roll, they trap it. Oh, gorgeous step in by Padgett as well.
For the Cats, Williams checking in. Allen Edwards and Saul Smith coming out will be Hashimu.
They're both high-energy programs. And look at getting into the gap. Something Turner does beautifully. A little hesitation. And now the body control. A lot of guys would have whacked right into Davis and wiped out the goal. The pick and roll, they blitz it. Now the hands are high. Padgett's in the back. Almost come up with a steal. That's Death Valley against either one of these programs.
Here's Bradley in the corner, guarded by Wayne Turner. Wallace let it go, and a bad shot by the senior.
It was late too, though. They only had a couple seconds left on the shot clock, guys.
Smith in and out. Offensive rebound. Muhammad power dribble. Jump hook won't go. And Reed into the front court.
They get back in transition. They worked on this yesterday, Kentucky. Get back in balance.
Reed to the hole. And the foul. Count the bucket.
How about that? Parted the waves. The ability, New York City style, huh? This is the game. You got to get in, get some contact, able to shed, a little swipe, gets a chance for 3. He's been stopped. They've negated that thrust all day.
So the little Bronx Bomber has 10 points, make it, well, he missed the free throw. 48-45, Arkansas. 13 minutes to go.
Nice look. Oh, look who's underneath with him. Bradley, that's happened a few times. They read and take advantage. Little guys. Nice look by Saul Smith.
48-47, Muhammad with 12 points. Here's Wallace. Tried to wrap it around. Lost it. Saul Smith picks it up on the run. Woo! Hesitation to the hole, and he can't bank in the lefty, and it's out of bounds.
Does he have some speed? Little lingerie on the floor. Oh, this is just solid basketball. In the lane, he sees Muhammad, and his prayers are answered. Little kiss release at the end. Nice look by Saul, and then the blow-by. He does have some foot speed.
48-47. Arkansas, 12:34 to go in the second half of play. Now, don't forget, tomorrow, big day of college basketball on CBS Sports. First, the national game, Purdue and Indiana. Raff, you'll be in Bloomington to call that one with Sean McDonough. Then, after that, Cincinnati, Louisville, and West Virginia and Villanova. Also, New Mexico and Arizona. Iowa, Minnesota out of the Big Ten, and the SEC with South Carolina, Georgia.
That could be an NCAA feeling. Those teams,
sure does.
those teams.
Sure does.
Middle of the year.
But being here at Rupp Arena, always an NCAA feeling. Over 23,000 standing on their feet for the entire game.
Got to get it in. Nice choice there. This is a great atmosphere. KU, another one. Of course, they honored Wilt today.
Retiring Wilt Chamberlain's number at Kansas. And Allen Edwards shot off the side of the rim and out of bounds. And for Kentucky, unlike against South Carolina, they came out against South Carolina, hit their first 7 shots, and rolled from that point on.
They feel that when they shoot the ball, and this sounds silly for coaches and people to say that, but it energizes your defense, gets you set, a better mental frame of mind. Confidently stroking it is important.
CBS Sports coverage of NCAA men's basketball will continue after this message and a word from your local station. .12:19 to go in the second half. Arkansas leading Kentucky by 1. And at the timeout, Tubby Smith a little upset with his bunch.
Well, a lot of coaching styles. Both of these gentlemen get after it. They're enthusiastic. There's a lot of love involved. Speaking of, wife Donna, who's got split interest. She wore different colors for the Georgia game. A little for Gigi and a little for Tubby and Saul. But if there's our way, guys sometimes like to get right up front and personal just to get the attention of players.
Chris Walker in the game for Arkansas with Wallace, Derek Hood, Adebayo, and Bradley. Bradley running the baseline. Here's Bradley, let it go, and somehow knocked it down.
And Shepard was right there to challenge it. He's great without the ball, Pat Bradley.
Bradley with 16 points and showing unlimited range. He averages 12. 51-47. And another turnover. Turner a little too fancy on the pass.
They got Bradley. Oh, look at everybody in the house knows. Get up on him. Well, if Nolan could get some inside points as Wallace tees it up.
And Muhammad with the rebound. 51-47. Arkansas, 11:18 to go and a turnover. Wallace straight to the hole, and the layup is in.
And no nonsense. Speed dribble, get it to the rim, and finish it off. Faulty passing on the perimeter. Tubby looking at the bench trying to decide which way to go.
He's got 9, 53-47, and Arkansas back in the 2-3 zone. And they are daring him to shoot it from the perimeter. Turner.
Almost another steal by Wallace, and that's that confidence builder for Wayne Turner. Perfect trap. They don't get the rotation.
No look pass out of Bio, and the layup as he finishes from Chris Walker.
The attack mode. Press, make him pay for it.
55-49, 10:30 to go in the second half. Arkansas.
Some the problem right now, guys. Not able to handle, get into the cracks. They're covering the foul line.
Saul Smith lost the dribble, and a foul called against Bradley as he reached in.
This three-point play by Bradley, because he's great without the basketball. Look how far he is out. It's as long as a vacation in a car with 4 kids. How about that one?
Or 4 coaches.
Oh, he's so good without the basketball.
55-49. Smith deep in the corner.
Nice rebound.
Offensive rebound. Evans had it blocked, got it to go.
And they just scored the goal. Good weak side positioning. And they do that in a marvelous fashion. Shoulder a guy in, get the long one.
Hashimu Evans with 10 points. And he's at his average over the last 5 games. And a 4-point lead for the Razorbacks.
Picking up a little bit right now, Gus. Intensity, scoring.
Bradley around the corner, jump shot off the dribble, and he is amazing this afternoon. 18 points.
Riding them too, letting them take over.
Evans. Turner for 3. Off the front of the rim, chased down his own rebound, and the floater inside is good.
Good anticipation. And Arkansas should have been there. The guard's got a rebound in that situation. Got to clear on the right.
They're good. Pull-up jump shot. Came up short, and McGlure with the ball. Smith.
A little strong. They are pumped. Guy's not shooting with the regularity.
Bradley.
You can hear everybody draw their breath, don't you? He gets those good looks. He has got Shepard tired.
Really smart basketball player. Pat Bradley knows how to get open.
And Nolan saw him in an AAU game late.
Wallace feeds it to Hood. Inside. Hung in the air. And it's tipped up and in.
I don't know. You think out about Sunday got it?
Looks like Sunday did get it. 59-53. Evans the other way.
That was one of those everything but. You got to stroke it.
Both teams a little fatigued now. But
I'm sorry, Saul now on Bradley.
Wallace, and he is fouled going to the basket. The backcourt for Arkansas, Bradley, Wallace, and Kareem Reed, doing a really good job controlling the tempo for the Razorbacks.
And your point about being tired, Shepard, that shot we just showed, they put Saul Smith on him just to give him a rest. He's better off the basketball because then he gets the puppies moving, use the bumps, the rubs.
Wallace in the line. He'll shoot.
So Tariq Wallace, a senior, who transferred from Shorter Junior College in Little Rock, at the line, and he's really been giving them some good minutes off the bench. Backup point guard behind Kareem Reed, averaging close to 10 per game.
And Wallace is from White High School. That's the same high school as Paul Pressey. And their coach, Bob Booker. Look at everybody coming in. Change your program.
Arkansas second in the lineup will be number
In the old days, you called for a center jump to identify who you had.
Kareem Reed.
But just to finish that thought, their coach, Bob Booker, saw a lot of Paul Pressey in Tariq Wallace and got him to go out to Shorter and then eventually down from Little Rock to Fayetteville.
Biggest lead of the game right now for the Razorbacks, 60-53. And Wallace missing, but an offensive rebound by Nicky Davis. Winds up for three again. And it's snatched down by Padgett.
And Kentucky's getting out scrapped.
Here's Edwards. Dumps it down. And McGlure not ready for it, but fortunately for the Wildcats, the ball goes off of Arkansas.
McGlure was so sure the shot was going up, but you've got to turn and look, get a piece of get your eye on the ball, basketball. Turn blind, things like that happen.
60-53. 8:04 to go in the second half of play. Cameron Mills picked up his dribble in no man's land.
And then he's in there because he can shoot the ball. This zone, this 1-1-3 has been effective. They rag you out top.
Padgett to the basket. Got his own rebound. Wheeled inside. Got it.
That's a will goal. That's a will goal, Gus. He hung tough and just physically outplayed. Got a little hook, little chicken wing in there. Now you can't make the floater. Don't give up. That's what you like about Padgett. And he just stays here. Now watch the left arm give it a little hook, and then the will to win. He gets the little curl and gets a chance. 15th second chance point. Pretty impressive.
And he adds a free throw. 7:40 remaining in the second half. Arkansas by 4. And welcome back to game summary for Kentucky. Look at the three-point field goal percentage. 1 of 15 for the Wildcats. They shoot 36% on the season, and they've turned it over 18 times.
I don't know how Kentucky got back in this thing, but Scott Padgett, a big guy that stepped up. Big basket, a chance for a third right now. And they do need some inside points. They're not making the deep one.
Scott Padgett hustling, but one player here at Kentucky that hustled his entire career, the man taken right in front of Michael Jordan, 84, the number 2 overall pick, Sam Bowie.
Oh, very popular player here. What did somebody tell us about his passing ability?
The greatest passer for a center behind Bill Walton.
High praise. Johnny Kerr wouldn't be happy with that. But Sam, big in the horse business here and loves doing the radio and being around young people. And they go zone, stepping it up a little bit.
Here's Bradley up top. He already has 18. To not give him any room on the jump shot. Around the screen as McGlure hedged out.
And that play, Davis should have been going to the basket. Great read by Reed.
And here's the 1984 NBA draft. Sam Bowie going to Portland. Michael Jordan, who's a pretty good player, going to Chicago Bulls.
Who knew then what we all know now, that he would be in the shoe business?
Mills drifted on the jump shot, and it's snatched down by Nicky Davis, and a reach-in foul called against Padgett.
Against that zone, the last trip down Arkansas, Bradley thought he had a look. McGlure went out on him. Davis going to the basket. Reed turned it over. They're going to be able to slip balls baseline on Bradley's side. If the big guy is alert, they can get a layup.
Reed almost in trouble as he left his feet.
Down through to the corner. Now, this is how it could work. Padgett's got to come out and look at the slip down the box. Williams is wide open.
Ollie Thompson in the game now. Missed 12 games after having ACL surgery. Bradley, long rebound picked up by Allen Edwards. Edwards down the lane. Had it blocked and jump ball.
Good call. Good call. You're seeing officials do a better job of refereeing big people, Gus. It used to be automatic and go inside to be a foul. The penetration or over penetration, and Nick holds his grounds. He is masterful at not fouling and staying on the floor until the proper time to elevate.
And Nick Davis really having a terrific season. 13 points, 11 rebounds, second in the conference in block shots, averaging close to 3 a game.
And McLaurin, nice look.
Shepard had it rejected. Davis again.
Oh, outstanding. The look.
Into the front court. Wallace out the bucket.
What a sequence by Nick Davis.
62-56 Arkansas.
I think that's a 90-foot assist, by the way.
Turner kicks it out. Padgett. Kentucky really struggling shooting. Shepard with the board, though, and he hits a 13-footer.
Well, anything long is up for grabs. You got to be alert. That time Shepard was on top of it.
7 points for Shepard, 62-58.
McLaurin does not cover the box real well when the ball's reversed.
Cross court to Wallace, and Reed backs things out once again with 15 to shoot. Bradley, 7 on the shot clock.
Big trip for both teams right now.
Here's Wallace looking. Did not draw iron. Picked up inside by McLaurin. Turner, stolen away from behind. Good play by Landis Williams.
Boy, you got to be alert. Wayne should have faded the dribble to the sideline. No fast break.
19 turnovers for Kentucky.
And Nolan was talking about the flexes this morning.
Bradley, Williams, saved by McLaurin, and Turner.
What a great job checking out Davis and keeping it alive.
Here's Edwards to the hole, and a whistle and foul, offensive foul called against Allen Edwards.
That is an excellent call. The over penetration too deep. Talked about stepping up. Tubby looking for people. He's doing it by committee. No Mercers this year. He's looking for different people each game. But Nolan's had Davis.
And the turnovers for Kentucky. They averaged 15-20 today, 4:08 to go. And they trail 62-58.
Wallace or Bradley open for a corner. There's the first trap. Good play.
They squeeze him on the sidelines. McLaurin finds Saul Smith. Here's a freshman. Left his feet. Shepard for 3. And a rebound by Williams.
They got numbers.
Reed.
Oh, they got Bradley wide open. How about that for a delay break, huh? You got a guy like that outside deep.
And a 20-second timeout called by Tubby Smith with 3 minutes and 23 seconds to go. And his team down 62-58.
Well, yeah, sometimes the offense hasn't been extraordinary, but you can just see the effort. Nick Davis with a sensational effort. The turn, the look, and the 90-foot assist. Scooped up and finished. Oh, that is pretty. And Kentucky needed a little bit of a stop, the ability in the corner to trap people, step up, and have an understanding. Here's the corner jumper is what their concern is with Wallace. You can just see the size of McGlure on the baseline, Saul Smith on the outside. Then they eventually give him the basketball and they push. But that's something you got to be alert for with both teams. Deflections, traps at different spots on the floor.
Kentucky 6-1 at home this season. They finished 13-3 at home a year ago, but on the ropes right now as we approach the 3-minute mark. Ooh. Padgett, two-hand jam. And maybe that'll lift this Kentucky team up.
And what a job by Mohammed. He cleared his guy way out of the lane.
Skip pass, Wallace. And a whistle and an offensive foul against Arkansas. Tariq Wallace.
The ability to read a zone, and Scott Padgett was masterful. He got into the lane. The holdoff by Mohammed clears out totally. This is something Kentucky does in a sensational fashion. Keep yourself active, turn a guy around, and let the partner go up strong and send it in. Scott Padgett, what a good move, and it's in.
CBS Sports coverage of the road to the Final Four is sponsored by Chevrolet Trucks, the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road. Bud Light, if you want great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light. And by the United States Marine Corps, the change is forever.
2 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in the second half. Arkansas leading Kentucky by 2. And the reset for you, 18 fouls against Arkansas, only 4 against Kentucky. And a timeout called by Padgett as he had problems getting it inbound.
Arkansas was set. They didn't play Scott Padgett. They played everybody else and had a safety man deep. Off the timeout, a lot of wrinkles by both coaches.
So every time these two teams meet, it's usually a barn burner. Kentucky, though, they've won 4 straight. They lead the series 10 games to 4. But in 1992, when Arkansas came into the SEC out of the Southwest Conference, they clearly established themselves and put a pretty good whooping on Kentucky. Nolan Richardson.
It wasn't fun to go to Fayetteville, I assure you. He's done a masterful job with that program. All-out pressure. They take the coaching out of the game, both guys. Force talent decisions by the players.
Here's the full court pressure again, broken by Turner. In the front court, got to the hole, and rattled it down, and we're tied at 62.
And again, no charge. Good body control.
And they're on their feet here at Rupp. 2:25 to go. We've got a 62-all game between 2 undefeated teams in the SEC.
They're trying to work Bradley on the right side.
Eight on the shot clock. Reed penetrating. Got it to Williams, and he laid it up with the offhand.
What a heady play. Reed dragged defenders, a little slip to the goal, and the response.
10 points for Landis. In the corner, Hashimu. 13 points for Hashimu Evans. And Kentucky goes on top by 1.
And that's why they call him Big Moo, making big goals like that.
Wildcats staying in the 2-3 zone. 1:27 to go. Walker.
Oh, what confidence he has in his bench.
Rather, Tariq Wallace. And Arkansas goes up by a deuce. Turner penetrating. And a whistle. Offensive foul against Kentucky.
Wayne Turner got in too deep. This young guy has a wonderful understanding of position defense. We've showed the shot blocks, the ability to help defensively. Look at this presentation, taking it all for the team and the cause.
Razorbacks by 2. Full court pressure now by Kentucky. Broken easily by Pat Bradley.
1 minute left in the
And
game.
1 minute to go in the second half. We've got a 2-point game.
The Wildcats go man-to-man.
17 to shoot, 52 on the game clock. Reed with 10 now, and they clear it out for him. Wants to go one-on-one. Down the lane, kicks it out. Wallace let it go! Off the back rim, rebounded by Turner. Here's Shepard down the lane. Tipped up and in, and we're tied. Nazi Muhammad.
Shepard gets right into the teeth of the defense, and Nazi slips to the 10.
23 seconds to go. Shot clock turned off. And Arkansas playing for one shot, and they get a timeout.
Oh, all we expected and more. It took them a while to get fired up. What a gorgeous opportunity basket by Nazi.
Tied at 67, 15.2 to go. Jeff Shepard tying it up.
Was on. President Clinton concludes his testimony in the Paula Jones case, and more defiance of the UN from Saddam Hussein. On tonight's CBS Evening News.
Now coming up tonight, the magnificent 7 at 8, followed by early edition, then Walker, Texas Ranger. Tied at 67, 15.2 to go. And the reset, Arkansas over the limit, and UK in the bonus. 2 team fouls remaining for Kentucky. And the possession arrow in the favor of the Razorbacks, and Kentucky burns one of those timeouts. 15.2 remaining. We've got a 67-67 game. Now let's check out the CBS Sportsline stat of the game. 3-point field goal shooting. Tough day for Kentucky, 2 of 19. Arkansas, 7 of 25. Find out more about team and player stats for every Division I team. Plus, get the latest scores and breaking news at cbs.sportsline.com. Gus Johnson, Bill Raftery with you from Rupp Arena in Lexington, Kentucky. 15.2 seconds remaining, and we're tied at 67. And for Kentucky, 21 second chance points. That's kept them in the game. But Arkansas with the ball, Raf, what should we see and who should get it?
Kentucky will try and keep it away from Reed. I think Reed will end up penetrating and try and dish to the wing.
And today, Nolan Richardson told us that Kareem Reed, despite how he's shooting, wants to take the last second shot because he feels that no matter what, he can hit it.
He doesn't know the clock.
Here he is, the runner off the back rim. And that is it.
He knew
we
the
are
clock.
headed for overtime.
He got it off. There was no chance for Kentucky to counter. Well, Nolan was on top of that call. He admires him. He says once in a while, he'll take a tough one. But the clear route on the right side as Bradley tries to use post bumps ends up coming out. And this one's a rattler. Got a lot of paint chips, Gus.
So at the end of regulation, we're tied at 67. Coming up, overtime from Lexington. To Lexington, Kentucky, Rupp Arena, where we are headed to overtime. Arkansas and Kentucky tied at 67 at the end of regulation. So Kentucky, Ralph, fighting all the way back. Looked like they were out of this game at one time, but they tie it up, and here we go.
Turner, I thought, did some nice things getting the lane. Nazi Mohammed with the big-time chip. And this is what it's all about, Gus. Reaching back in OT.
5 minutes for overtime, and the tip controlled by the Razorbacks. And the first time for both teams in the extra session this season. Kareem Reed, Bradley in the backcourt with Wallace, Hood, and Nicky Davis up front for the Razorbacks.
And a fresh body Turner on Bradley. He is fatiguing.
13 on the shot clock. Reed trying to shake up Bashimu Evans. Got it to Bradley. 7 to shoot. Bradley cut off by Evans. Great defense by Kentucky. Davis on the baseline. Had it partially blocked and into the hands of Shepard.
What great step-up D.
Here's Evans to the hole.
Turner at the precise time to give him the angle. Bashimu did it. Pretty play.
So Evans with 15, the transfer from Manhattan, and Kentucky takes a 2-point lead.
And Arkansas slept. They didn't get back.
And Turner with the steal. Lob pass. Evans again.
Ooh. Oh, a hammer.
And this place is going berserk.
What a punch. Off the D.
Timeout, Arkansas.
Well, what you want is a point guard who gives it up early and often. And how about using the rim? Hashimo, mom and sister enjoying as the defense steps up. And right away, Arkansas, negligent, not getting back. Great speed, athleticism, a punch, send it in. Help the floorboards. The Cats out quickly.
Tonight on CBS, starting at 8, the Magnificent Seven, followed by Early Edition and Walker, Texas Ranger. 71-67, 3:45 to go, and Eleanor Evans, the mom of Hashimu Evans, has seen her son take over, also his sister in attendance.
They are pumped. He could have been a Jasper. He could have been in the
He was
Bronx.
a Jasper.
A lot of alums are sorry about that.
Left Manhattan after Fran Fraschilla took the head job at St. John's, and he is having a terrific game. Evans with 17. Here's Bradley around the screen.
And they get a fresh Shepherd on him now.
Reed, 12 to shoot. Bradley somehow hit the runner.
He was stuck, Gus.
And he just turned and threw it at the basket. 71-69.
Looking to get a touch inside. Muhammad locking on his side, and Paget on this one.
Paget posted up. Now screen away from the basketball. Shepherd, and it's knocked away by Tariq Wallace.
And Tubby down there coaching, just caught a peek of it.
On the floor for Kentucky, Paget, Evans, and Muhammad. And in the backcourt, it's Turner and Shepherd.
Straight up man-to-man. Now they switch to a match. Let's see, they got a match.
Matchup zone, Paget. Muhammad working really hard inside, calling for the ball. Evans lost it. Loose ball. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Wildcat.
Never had full control of that dribble. Reed's got to get something going. They've been struggling just a little bit on this end.
22 turnovers for Kentucky. Wallace on the baseline. Tipped by Davis. And here comes the Cat. Evans again inside. He got the roll.
What a look. They are challenging right now, conditioning, showing as Arkansas has failed to get back.
73-69. Kentucky trying to knock out the Razorbacks now. Williams stripped away and out of bounds.
The ability to run the floor. Nick Davis actually helped start this fast break. Watch the bang off the glass, the white shirts, the numbers, and Shepherd sucks the D, the dish, and Evans on fire in OT with another counter. A lot of help on the shooter.
Bradley hesitation down the baseline. They reverse it. Kareem Reed can't get the three to drop, and Evans snatches down another rebound.
And Kentucky should not be in a hurry this trip.
1:50 to go in overtime. Turner.
Rossi with a great effort.
Here's Reed in the front court. Kicks it out. Bradley to the bucket. Ripped down Davis, and the follow.
He made a great effort to get down there, grab hold of the rebound.
2-point game, 1:26 to go. 73-71 Kentucky. Both these teams undefeated in the SEC. Kentucky 4-0, and Arkansas 3-0.
We have a timeout.
Some terrific individual plays. George Felton, old pal. They were together in South Carolina. Patty Shepherd has played excellent defense.
We'll return to Rupp Arena for Arkansas and Kentucky in just a moment. Don't forget, tomorrow, starting at noon, the first game, everybody will see Purdue and Indiana out of the Big Ten, and followed by Cincinnati, Louisville. Other games today, tomorrow, New Mexico, Arizona, Iowa, Minnesota, and South Carolina, Georgia. 73-71 in overtime. Kentucky leading Arkansas with 1 minute and 15 to go.
Well, conditioning is such an important part, even for the mascots, I might add. Kentucky stepping it up, helping defensively, and this has just been magnificent.
Hashimu Evans with his parents, his mother rather, and his sister in the stands watching today from the Bronx, is putting on a show. 19.6 in overtime. And a whistle and a foul on the baseline.
Wallace is down there. Shepard, Paget down on the low box gets grabbed. It wasn't really, almost like a touchy, shoot 1-on-1.
So Evans.
I should say Evans, down there. Just was a small change foul. They tried to run the little high-low set with Paget popping out, Nazi down on one side.
1-and-1 for Evans, and he makes them pay.
Well, give him the MVP if they win. He has been terrific.
20 points for Hashimu. And the second one short, and Paget with the rebound, and stick back.
Alert! Not a good reaction by Arkansas down the stretch here.
58 seconds to go. Razorbacks down by 5.
And now they go to the zone now. They just have to identify the deep shooters. Here's one.
In the corner. And Shepard with the board.
Wallace in one corner, Bradley in the other. They got to give it up. That's good play by Bradley. It made the trip from the Bronx worthwhile, huh?
No question about it.
Mommy said she can't cook, but she can cheer, huh? She is so excited. Just thinking it's your son out there having a whale of a finish.
Hashimu Evans came to Kentucky to work Rick Pitino's basketball camp. Rick Pitino really liked him. And after the camp was over and Priscilla decided to go to St. John's, Hashimu had a new home in Lexington.
Got to score quickly. They're good job with the defense. Make them use clock.
25 seconds on the clock.
Just switching and doing a tough job.
Here's Bradley, and somehow he buried it. And it's a 4-point game. Arkansas has to foul, and they foul Paget.
And they had to give it right away. Oh, what? The last two baskets by Bradley, one was off the wrong foot, if you remember. That one late, shot the rainbow at the end.
23 points for Bradley, 5 threes.
At the line for the Cats is Scott Paget for 2.
He wanted to go to the foul line, too. He held on to that basketball and took the foul. As you noted earlier, superior free throw shooter.
Best on the team, 90%. Scott Paget, who has struggled with his academics in the past, but has righted his own ship. And he can't get the second one to fall.
Quick push, and the chunk.
Wallace to Bradley. Off the glass and in!
He's amazing.
Holy mackerel! 79-77. With 6.9 to go, Arkansas has cut it to 2.
Kentucky is not guarding the 3 as well. Giving up 35% from the free throw line. And this is amazing. As they knock this one down, there are kisses and then there are those that send you into ecstasy. The inability to shoot free throws now, very important down the stretch. Wayne Turner, 60%.
Remember, Wayne Turner was the young man that is a career 55% free throw shooter as Bradley fouls out with 26 points, 6 threes. Just a terrific outing for him. But coming to the free throw line is Turner. A career 55% free throw shooter. Changed his release on his free throws. His percentage is up to 60%.
And the key thing now is under stress, you've got to think about technique. Under stress, you occasionally go back as Bradley tries to console himself.
Turner trying to make it a 4-point game. And the first is way short.
See how he jumped into that one? You got to control your emotions and think technique at this stage in the game.
6.9 to go. Arkansas will tie it up as the second one goes with a 3. Here's Reed. Will he take the last shot again? 3 to shoot. Reed pops out. Wallace from downtown, and that's it.
What a good one.
The final score from Rupp Arena. Kentucky comes back after being down by as many as 7, and they win it in overtime, 80-77. The Chevrolet most valuable players of the game, Pat Bradley from Arkansas and Hushimu Evans from Kentucky. Chevrolet will donate $1,000 to each school's general scholarship fund to reward outstanding students for their academic achievements and to assist those in financial need. So for Bill Raftery, this is Gus Johnson saying so long from Rupp. Kentucky holds on 80-77.